Thank you, beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay, so welcome, Chevre. Mamash, I missed you, and I'm happy to be here again with you. God willing, uh, we're coming up to a very, very special and important Shabbos, and I'm referring to next Shabbat. Actually, this Shabbos is a regular Shabbos. We're gonna have regular meals, regular chometz, eating. We have to, if we've cleaned the areas we are going to be eating at, so we should keep clean from chometz, from bread or crumbs. But next the Shabbos following is Shabbos Erev Pesach, and since there are so many halachic issues which are relevant for next Shabbos, not this coming Shabbos, I thought that we'd start half of the halachos which are referring to the Shabbat Erev Pesach. That's going to take place in 9 days, right? Thursday, Friday, Shabbos, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Shabbos. 9 days. But still, many halachas will touch a little bit. I'm not covering I'm not proclaiming to cover the whole halachas. There are many, and I'm yet not expert, but we're going to learn together. And if you have any questions regarding Shabbos Erev Pesach, or any question in the world, just send me an email. I will go ahead and ask the rabbinical authorities exactly what's the halacha in any given case you're going to ask me. So, as I said, we're going to do half this Shabbat, this Thursday, and hopefully another half of the halachos referring Erev Pesach next Thursday. Next Thursday, we're going to check for the chometz with the candle on Thursday night. It's since the Erev Pesach is Friday night, but obviously we cannot check for the chometz with a candle, and it's Shabbos anyways, so we're checking the chometz Thursday night. We do the traditional 10 pieces of bread that the children or the wife, whoever is more available, will put the 10 pieces of bread wrapped in a plastic bag or so. And then the husband or the person in charge of the house will go ahead and look with a candle for the 10 pieces of bread wrapped in a plastic bag, in a sandwich bag. Simply, just the house is clean for Pesach already next Thursday, and we don't want the crumbs of the bread to go around in the house, so we put it in a plastic bag. And there's a great Kabbalistic matter to look for the chometz which is left, but we need to have 10 pieces. The Kabbalistic matter of 10 pieces is kind of giving a spank, a hit on the head for the klipot, for the 10 crowns of impurity, of negativity, of yetzer hara, and by the fact we're looking for those 10, simply I would believe there's a division of 10 major negative forces in the world. And by each crumb, each piece of bread, we look and find, we search and look and find for, and burn it, right? We are decreasing the power of the negative forces in the world. And for sure in our homes, for sure in the homes of our children, for sure if we're gonna do it right, in the hearts of our grandchildren and further on for the generations to come. It's a huge responsibility to be a Yid. Because if you are directed, if you're compassed to the right north, to attach yourself to God, to Hashem Yisbarach, our Master and Father, and you are teaching and you're giving an example how a beautiful Jew observing his mitzvahs, the kids will follow, the grandkids will follow, and this is the continuation of the Jewish nation, which is a huge task. It's an amazing opportunity to be mechanech. I know some of you have been teachers, right? You've been great teachers. You've been giving, I know, we had a lot of discussions about your teachings with the children. Giving the Yiddishkeit, the Pintele Yid, to the beautiful Heiliger, holy Jewish children, as far as they may be, or as close as they may be, but still to give them that angles of sweetness of the Yiddishkeit. That's a huge thing, and we should all strive to be teachers, because you can never know who are those souls who are under your supervision, under your wings. You see, we have many faces. Our faces are different, like our opinions are different. That's Chazal are teaching us. And because our opinions are different, not every rabbi can teach every student. We connect to certain rabbis. We do not connect with others. This does not mean that the rabbi is something wrong with the rabbi or something wrong with me. Chas v'sholom. It's only a question of relations, of connection, of a kesher, of a touch, of a contact. Like you have a friend and somebody else will not be your friend. Same with the rabbi. You have to trust your rabbi and be there. He has to be there for you. You have to like him. He has to like you. So therefore, we need as many teachers as we can have, because there are many Yidden out there who would not look at me, but they would look at you, and you can change their lives, not me or any other person or rabbi. So anyways, we're back to the subject. We're gonna check the chometz Thursday night, and we know that the tzaddikim, the great tzaddikim of the generations, some of them, of course, many of them would wear Shabbos clothes by searching for the chometz. They would prepare, going to the mikveh before checking the chometz. They would make the bracha with tears, and they would search for the chometz, even if they had a small house. They would check for hours, not worried about spending important time, where a simple check for the chametz can be done in 20 minutes. They would do it 2 hours, because it's a great enlightenment and a great uplifting experience of checking the chametz with a candle. Yes, going in the corners of your house with a light candle, and perhaps a brush or a feather and a plastic bag to collect all the pieces of bread you find. Hours, they would do this hours, because they knew the secret, they knew the depth of the mitzvah. And so the chometz which is left behind later on is what we have to keep it aside, right, in the bag. Remember, we are Thursday night. Friday, we can still eat chometz, right, on the whole day. And so what we do in the Friday morning, we would go to burn the chametz which we found at night, and we still save some chametz, some bread for Friday night and for Shabbos morning. That's it. We're only gonna have 2 meals over next Shabbat, not this Shabbat. Over only 2 meals of only on 2 meals of bread. We're gonna wash for bread at Friday night next week and Shabbos morning, because we have to get rid of the chametz on Shabbos morning. On Shabbos morning, which is Erev Pesach, we have to finish burning this chametz before noon. And obviously, we cannot burn anything on Shabbat because it's a Shabbos Kodesh. How do we get rid of the chametz that is left for Shabbos, from Shabbos morning meal? What we have to do, we are going to put it down the toilet. We're gonna make it we're gonna not into two small pieces, but just make the pieces of bread. There's no other way to do it. You cannot put it in the garbage, because then you didn't get rid of that chametz. It still exists in a format that someone can eat it. You cannot put any detergent on it as well. But so as hard it is to think of or to do, this is the only way to get rid of this chametz, to put it down the toilet on Shabbos morning before noon, before midday. The hours are going to be different, so we actually, as we said, let's go back for Friday morning. We burn the Friday morning chametz, and we leave the chametz for the 2 meals for Shabbos, and we have to keep about more than, like, in the size of a small bun. Let's say, I'll give you an example of the size of the bread you should keep for the meal. Okay, this is the paper. It's a paper cup, right? A regular paper cup. The minimum we have to eat bread and bench birkas hamazon over it is kabeitza, like a size of an egg. Those days, egg. This is about the size. I would say half a plastic cup. That would allow me to make birkas hamazon on Friday night and Shabbos morning. So we're going to make kiddush Friday night. Again, not this Shabbos, next Shabbos, which is Erev Pesach. We're going to make kiddush at the place where we're going to eat the bread, the chametz. And then, after making kiddush at our living room, we're going to go and wash for bread, and we should prepare ahead of time like a tablecloth. What do you say? Disposable tablecloth, and as we finish eating bread on Friday night meal, we better wrap that plastic tablecloth and just put it down and throw it to the garbage. Still, Friday night we can and we're allowed to put bread in the garbage, because it's not the time of getting rid of it yet. We better dump it and down the street to the big trash can, and then we continue eating our Shabbos, our Friday night meal without bread on the table. Not anymore. Remember, we're going to cook all the Shabbos dishes, all Shabbos meals, in utensils, in pots and pots and all the dishes, all the kelim, the dishes, but with Pesach dishes, right? That's it. Thursday, Wednesday, or even Tuesday, we get rid of our chametz dishes and we start cooking for Pesach, right? It's so therefore we are going to eat all our Shabbos Friday meal night and Shabbos morning meal in the dishes of Pesach already. Because that's it, Erev Pesach, Oidul Hashem Kitov. Thank God. So then we're going to continue eating without bread on the table and then make Birkas Hamazon. Very well. We have to keep again this measure of bread for every a person, for every one on the table. Everybody had to eat enough bread to make Birkat Hamazon. Shabbos morning again. Shabbos morning, and we do the same thing. We put the tablecloth, the disposable tablecloth. We have to hurry up Shabbos morning because the time is running. We have to finish eating bread no late than I'm not sure about the timings, but maybe we'll get the timings right in the next week's newsletter. That until when clockwise we're allowed to eat bread on Shabbat morning, Erev Pesach. Usually it is the 4th hour of the day. Let's say you take the 4th hour means you take the time from sunrise to sunset, you cut it into half, 6 of the morning, 6 of the evening, of the afternoon, and these 6 hours, because they're divided to 6, you cut the time from sunrise to noon, to midday, 6 slices, and each piece, each part is a rabbinical hour. It's not like a 60 minutes hour. It's a rabbinical hour. I think it's about it's more than an hour. It's maybe an hour and 5 minutes or so. But that's okay. The times you can check all the calendars. Everybody's putting out the calendars with the right timings and everything. So I think that's it for now. We came into Shabbos morning, and we'll continue next Thursday, God willing. I'm not sure about the times because next Thursday, as I said, we're going to be busy checking the chametz, and by the time we're having this class, I should be checking chametz already. So we might make the class earlier. Let me look into it. I'll let you know if someone can get the group together. We spoke about it before. We should get like a group information that we can transfer. Whoever want to take the task will take the email addresses of everybody and make some kind of a connection. Okay, just one little thing. We cannot go away without talking about Heiliger Holy Shabbos Kodesh, right? So as I mentioned so many times before, it's very crucial to be happy, joyful, super extremely joyful over Shabbos, any Shabbos. Shabbos is the day of the soul, Yom HaNeshama. It's not the day of physicality. It's a day of the soul. Therefore, we have to. It's only natural when we nourish a Yiddish neshama with doses of Shabbos Kodesh, with measures, a lot of big quantity of Shabbos, we can. I mean, we're half angelic over Shabbos. That's what I would say. There was a very famous, beautiful, sweet, holy rabbi. His name is Rabbi Melech Biderman. He's a Lelaver Chassid, a tzaddik. He has like tens of thousands of followers now. He became very, very famous and liked within the last 10 years or 15 years. I don't know, just have charm. He's a charming person. And he said that one time when he was a child, his father was a rabbinical authority, and he unfortunately had no choice, and they didn't have such a big parnasa at home. So the father had to travel out of Jerusalem, out of Israel, to collect for his family. And he went to London, to America. He was there 6 months. I think we're going 40 years backwards, maybe. And 6 months, that's what it says in the story over here. And he had like a decent amount of money that he collected for his welfare of his family. And he was about to come back to Israel. But over Shabbos, his money was stolen. And obviously he couldn't keep the money in his possession. He had to hide it somewhere. Whatever, everything was stolen. A thief came at night to where he slept overnight and took all the money. When the Rabbi, Rabbi Melech Biderman's father, heard that his money was stolen, he started dancing. Unbelievable dance. He was so happy, like he brought himself in a great simcha, and he sang the nigunim for Shabbos with great joy and great simcha, because if this what Hashem had prepared for me, I am happy. That's it. Do I know anything? Do I really know what's good for me and what's not good for me? How many cases, how many times? I went through a horrible time and I was suffering. I was hoping this time would never come again. And it came up to be my best opportunity in life. After finishing that horrible time that I was at, Hashem knows the best. And if I need something, Hashem is giving it to me. So that's what the Rebbe, Rabbi Biderman's father, that's what he thought. He started dancing and singing, and the owner of the home, of the motel or whatever it was, he says, "What's going on over here?" And they told him the story. He says, "Wow, this is a highly great. This is a very holy man over here staying in my place." And the story of that tzaddik whose money was stolen, and he was so happy and dancing and singing, it just got wings. The story was spreading in the whole town, in the whole city, and everybody understood that there's a very holy man over here, that he's at such a high level of emunah and bitachon and trust. And after Shabbos, the whole town came to get a bracha from the Rebbe, and they paid him and gave him money and for blessings and support, and he gained more money than what he had before, and he came back to Israel with a greater amount of money that he had at the beginning to begin with. All this he merited in the zchut of the joy, being happy over Shabbos the Queen. So, B'ezrat Hashem, we should all be joyful and happy and uplifting. And remember, wow, time is running. So much time. I just hope not to put too much time on you guys. I'm really sorry. But just one little concept that is halachic concept that we're not going to get into the details, but there's a concept of liquids, right? If you put your finger in liquid, there's a certain degree, a certain level of moisture that your finger should have in order to make another place wet. If you just put your fingers a little bit on the liquids and you want to try to make another place wet, not enough liquids, not enough moisture. You have to put your finger into the liquids in enough measure of water on your finger, and then you put the other in the other location. If it turns wet, that's the shtick is gone. It's a boy. It's good. It's qualified for being wet. Same with us. We should be so enlightened, so smiling, so happy, so joyful that whoever going to look at us is going to say, wow, this woman, this man, he enlightened me. I want to, I feel the moisture from that person's joy. So if I'm wet, if I'm dry, and I cannot, yes, I am involved in joy, but if I try to make somebody else happy, doesn't work. That means I'm not moisture-ish enough. I'm not happy enough to make other people happy. And that's something we have to strive and to beg from Hashem. Hashem, Ribbon Shalom, give me the ability to be moisture-ish and to transfer, to pass over the wetness further to my fellow, to my friend, to my family member, to my kids, to my wife or husband, whoever it is. And that's how we should be happy over Shabbos. Very good. Good Shabbos again. And we'll see you, God willing, next week. Simply, it's going to be an hour earlier, or maybe an hour later, because in Los Angeles it's going to be too late. I don't see anybody from Los Angeles over here, but I think it's going to be an hour later, or an hour and a half later. But we'll check it out. We'll work it out. Okay. Thank you again for being here and getting some Torah going on. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good
And
Shabbos.
Good
next
Shabbos.
week,
Thank you,
new
Rabbi.
speakers. We're gonna see you. Bye,
Thank you.
Bye. Good Shabbos, everyone. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Thank you for coming again.
Shabbos Hagadol.